Good evening and welcome to Gaelic Football Views on CavanTV.com. On tonight's show, I'm delighted to be joined by some of the players and management of the Cavan Minor Ladies Football team ahead of the Ulster final this coming Saturday against Tyrone. We have Jerry Charters and Mary Clark from the management. And we also have, well, we were meant to have Michaela, but unfortunately she couldn't make it in on time. Traffic is terrible in Cavan Crystal at this time of evening. Michaela was captain, but we were joined by Niamh O'Shea, Sarah Nulty and Catherine Dolan, who are all part of the team. So thanks very much for coming in and having a chat to us, and congratulations on making another Ulster final in the A grade. Jerry, I suppose we've had these on the show earlier on this year, but the first match you played, to bring it right back to the start, I think it was in March.
Yeah, on the 8th March.
Against Derry.
Yeah, we played Derry the first game of that. Probably Derry were coming up. Basically, we done very well against them, you know what I mean? Like, you finished up 9-26 to 4 points.
Right.
It was kind of one-way traffic, so it was. Now Derry were poor enough, you know, but it was a good base to start with, so it was. At least girls got game time and that, and we've seen what we wanted, you know, that kind of way.
It was an away game.
It was an away game, yes. Yeah.
All the way up in Owenbeg. Wonderful facilities up there, though.
Yeah, great facilities, yeah.
They're definitely, and Derry, as you say, they're trying to build, but they'll be a few years behind Cavan's progress.
Yeah, I'd say, like, probably Cavan, the development squads and everything have brought them on in years, in leaps and bounds. These other counties are starting at a base, trying to build from there.
Yeah.
You know.
And Mary, the second game then was a home match in the 3G pitch in Kingspan Breffni Park against Armagh.
Yeah, that's right. Much different game compared to the first one. We kind of talked amongst ourselves as management that this is the game. If we won that one, we were going to be pretty happy going forward. And we still had a tough game to get over Monaghan too, but we said Armagh was the team to beat in it, so it was played on the 3G. It was a close game the whole way through. Obviously their marquee forward, Amy Mackin, she was the one to watch. She's a superb player, but our defence was absolutely brilliant on the day. They held her from scoring a goal until the 35th minute of the second half.
Wow.
A lot of injury time played, which was remarkable achievement.
Yeah.
She played against the Cavan senior
and was brilliant.
She's just a brilliant player, but that's not taken away from any of our girls. We probably kicked a lot wide that day. We should have been more comfortable than a 1-point win over them, but we got the result that we wanted, and that was the main thing. So
the most important thing, as we continuously say here, is goals win games, and you got 4 of them that day. Who got the goals?
Well, we got off to a cracking start. We won the throw-in, and our first attack ended up with a goal by Edith Lynch. I think Catherine, you were the second goal scorer. Yeah. So Michaela Gaffney, I think, got one as well.
And
Niamh. Did you get one? Geraldine Smith.
It's a wonderful trait to be able to score goals, and you seem to have a lot of goals on the panel. What's the trick to getting goals in ladies football?
Ball in the back of the net.
It's a good start, but you have, I suppose, just to move on then, Catherine, your third game then was against Monaghan.
Yeah.
Tough game.
We had an 18-point win over Monaghan, and the first half I think was close enough, wasn't it? Yeah. We were probably only up by 2 or 3 points in the first half, and then we kind of took, there was a strong wind as well in the first half, I think, wasn't it?
That's right,
yeah. And then we had the win in the second half, so we just pulled away, and we were comfortable enough.
Was it a home game as well, or it was again on the 3G?
On the 3G, yeah.
Okay, so the fast surface seems to suit you.
Yeah, it does suit us. Yeah.
And goals, 7 goals in that game. I think it was 7-9.
Yeah, 7-9 to 2-6.
Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. And Catherine, where are you playing on the team?
I'm in full forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you like full forward? Are you Kieran Donohoe style full forward?
I don't really know. I don't mind it. Yeah, I suppose we've very versatile forward, so we all kind of switch up and play around with it. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, you're from the Lorgan Club, Lorgan Ladies, Rammer, obviously Virginia area, and the people who are regular viewers of the show would be delighted to hear your daughter of Niall Dolan, who we done the show last week for, so he'd be proud as punch, I'm sure, that you're in another Ulster final. Yeah. So it's you had a great day in Virginia yesterday.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was a very proud day. So.
Huge numbers.
Yeah. Even the weather wasn't great now, but everyone came out.
in massive numbers, and Cavan got the win, most importantly. It's always important. Sarah, then the Fermanagh game was called off. You were given a bye. I suppose that was a disappointment because you always want to play games.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would have been good to get another game, I suppose, but they're not great though. We played them 2 years ago, so we bet them by a good bit. So
Okay. You're another Lorgan player.
Yeah, I am.
There's 3 or 4, is there, on the team from Lorgan?
9.
There's 9.
Yeah.
My God, you should wear green. But so obviously that leads to a great sort of team spirit, I suppose, when you are that close. You are probably in school together, you play football together with your club, so it means it's a very strong backbone to the Cavan minor team because of that.
Yeah, it does. We get on great, so it's good.
The football scene in Lorgan is very strong.
Yeah.
For ladies.
Yeah.
3 teams, is it? Or there's definitely 2 in here. Is there? I'd say at adult level there
was last year.
There was 3 teams.
Yeah.
Very good. And did you play adult football last year?
Yeah.
You did. Did you catch one?
Yeah, Sarah, they won the junior as well, and then myself and Sarah played the senior as well. Then after, and we got to the final, but
Lacking. Rosie Crow and Co. We were speaking to Rosie's parents last night. They had a good win against Castletower last night, or in the senior, I think. Again, yeah, they did. I know they did. They had quite a good one, but they said Castletower is an up-and-coming team to watch out for. So, Niamh, in the game against Monaghan, you hit the back of the neck twice, I'm told.
Okay. I
So-
got one in the first and second half.
Very good. What position do you play?
Half forward.
And you're one of the rare ones on the team that's not from Rama or from Lorgan. You're a Killygarry woman, of course. And you play wing half forward. You know, what's it like playing with the quality of the players that you have around you?
Yeah,
Does it make it easier?
Yeah, training is hard, but you're only going to improve if you're playing along girls who are, same calibre or better or so. So it's nice to have the competition.
And we were discussing before we went on air, you've been part of the development squads. Jerry was saying that this is the second batch of development squad players from right through on the 14. So the 3 of you were involved with development squads this is your 4th year? 6th year. So you were in when you were 12, 13 years of age. And do you enjoy the football that much that it's worth all the sacrifices?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
There's a lot of negative publicity going out there that there's too much effort putting in and it's all too serious, but you wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it.
No, sorry.
No.
You wouldn't.
Does it affect the studies?
Well, I'm lucky I'm not in Leaving Cert, so it'd be harder for the other girls and the girls travelling.
Are you doing Leaving Cert, either of you?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
And how are you finding balancing?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's good to get a break from study.
yeah.
You need to make the balance. There's no point in studying all the time or your head would explode.
Yeah.
Well, mine probably wouldn't, but most people's would. But I'd say in your house, I think I'm right in saying both your parents are teachers.
Yeah.
Your father is vice principal in St. Pat's,
Yeah.
a very, very good man. I must say hello to John O'Shea. He was a wonderful teacher. He got me through honours maths and junior cert by doing grinds twice a week for 2 years at lunchtime on my own.
It's very good.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Any man get me through honours maths, he deserves a pat on the back. Your mum Maria, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice people. But I'm sure study is very important in that house.
They're very good with football as well.
Clearly, they have to be to make sure it keeps going. Michaela, in her absence, she's captain. Girls, Sarah, what's she like as a captain? Is she one of these roaring that'll cut you down if you make a mistake, or is she a pat on the back sort of captain?
Oh, she's a good captain, yeah. She's lovely.
And she received the All-Star, the PPS All-Star back in January. So, Mary, I suppose it shows what quality she has, Michaela.
Yeah, like she's absolutely a fabulous player. She'll give you 100% all the time, whether it's training, in a game. Sometimes things mightn't go right for her and she gets very annoyed with herself at times, but you just have a quiet word with her and she gets stuck back into it. She'll never give up. She's a fantastic player and I think she's a fitting captain for this team this year as well. So
She's from St. Fimbers. And which part of St. Fimbers? Or is there, are you allowed to say? Not allowed to say. It's better off not. But I suppose, girls, to look at everybody keeps turning back to when Cavan lifted the intermediate. Was that a huge inspiration for you to be able to say, or to look at these girls in Crow Park lifting a trophy and basically want to achieve that someday? Or
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember going up with Lurgan and a big supporters bus, and just it was even when they're crossing the border at Virginia, it was brilliant. It was such an achievement, and yeah, you would be looking up and saying, oh, I'd love to be in a couple of years playing in Croke Park for Cavan, and there's a few Lurgan girls on. Clara Riley was playing that day, so look up to her as well.
Yeah, within the club it's always great to have role models, but Sarah, if you were to pick one of the Cavan ladies as a role model, who would it be?
Probably Ashley Noonan. Yeah, she's very good. So.
She would have coached you at some stage, would she?
Yeah, last year. She was with us.
So yeah, Niamh, who would yours be?
I'd say Grania Smith, Michael.
You have to say your own club. That's a safe bet to say. And Catherine?
Yeah, probably one of the Lurgan girls, and McDermott or Clara.
Great to have them there. Yeah, it's I suppose, Jerry, then in I think it was the Monaghan game, every manager wants to have something that can come off the bench to make an impact, but you showed the strength in the panel. A young girl come on and scored 2-2 for you.
Yeah, Laura Kyogan came off and scored 2 that day. Yeah, she was very good. So she was, and that's what you want. I suppose that's the hunger that the girls are bringing to it. That when they get the chance, they want to kind of 2 fingers up to you should have started me. That kind of basically, and that's what we want. We want to have them headaches
being pushed on the whole time.
Definitely, because the girls that are on the field are looking behind them as well, so it's helping us and them,
Yeah, it is. I suppose you're going on to try and defend the title. You've won it last year, obviously, and it was a big thing to do. But there's a lot still available from last year's panel, Mary.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we've probably, let's say, 12 or 14 girls from last year's panel, and the girls who won under 16A last year have come into it as well, so it is a very strong panel. There's a few new girls that are brand new to county football that have come in, and Aoife McGarry from Shercock and Anya Brady from Ballyhaise, and Aoife got her place in the starting team, and Anya's pushing hard to get onto it as well, so it's good to have somebody else coming in that hasn't been involved with it in all that time, and
freshens
more
it
players, because it encourages maybe other club players be able to come into it next year that mightn't have been involved in county setup before, so.
And how did you go through that process of integrating new players? Did you watch them at club level, or was it trials, or? Well,
we would have watched a lot of league finals and minor championship towards the end of last year, and we handpicked a number of girls that we definitely wanted to see, and we also left the invitation open then to anybody else. We obviously didn't get to every game, so we left an open invitation then for anyone who wanted to come in and try it out to come on in. So we had trials back in October, back in October. We ran maybe 3 or 4 trials, and some girls stuck with it, and some girls came for a while and they felt then it wasn't for them, and went back to play with their clubs and that. So we did see a lot of girls. We probably had about 55, I'd say, in total, out of everybody we saw from the start of October up until we started doing our strength and conditioning training in November. So
it's something that we don't see a lot of, definitely men's county senior football anymore, is somebody playing well at club football all of a sudden being told, you're doing well, come up and play with county. But maybe it's something that we miss at county senior football.
Yeah, it's probably, it leaves the door open there for other players to say, God, I seen that lassie last year, that fella last year, he got a run with them, maybe I should, could push on and make my way onto that team,
Yeah, it's
like you shouldn't close the door to anybody, there's a player at 12, maybe no good, you know what I mean, if you're going to come to 18,
that's it.
Should be the best player in the county, or vice versa, so you shouldn't shut the door to anybody really.
Yeah.
And we've watched the 9-a-side finals that were on recently as well, and we've got a girl in from Drumlane that would have been involved with county football previously, but for some reason she didn't come into the minors, but she's come into the panel now in the last number of weeks, and she's pushing hard for a starting place too, which is great. We did have injuries. We had 4 or 5 girls that won't be back to us, so we needed to keep the numbers up and keep the strength in the panel as well. So it was great for Sonia Riley from Drumlane to come in and be part of it too. So
it's excellent. I suppose, Niamh, since you started playing football, Cavan Ladies, the county board, the whole lot, it has got so organised and so competitive, so structured. It's a different landscape now than 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I would never have seen it though before, so it's great to have come through from the beginning, and everything's so good.
And if you were to break down now your week, describe a week when it comes to football for yourself.
Well, Monday is my only day off. Tuesday, county training, then club. Wednesday, then Thursday is county. Friday's club. Saturday mornings is county. Sunday then is club again.
And Monday's KFC or something, because you need calories to keep that energy going, so you do. Fair play to you, but to fit in study then, I suppose, Sarah, in between that, you probably have similar amount of football.
Yeah, it's the same.
That's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same for you.
Yeah,
So Monday your head is in the book all evening long.
Yeah.
And are you finding then in schools, were you playing football, where you go to school in Virginia, I presume?
Yeah.
Is there school football there for you?
There is, yeah, we got to the Ulster final, but we lost.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
When was that?
It's February, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And who beat you?
Team from Armagh.
Armagh.
Yeah.
That's all right. Once it wasn't a Tyrone team.
Yeah.
But and who coached that team, Catherine?
Oh no, I go to Eureka.
Oh, you go to Eureka?
Yeah.
Kells. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Do you play football there?
Yeah, we won the All-Ireland last year, under 16. And
Right.
then this year we were knocked out in the Senior A semi-final. Creastery in Portlaoise. And they went on
Beat you.
they got to the All-Ireland final, but they were beaten. So.
Okay. And would there be many from the Virginia area that would go to school in Kells? Or?
Yeah, there's 4 of us, myself, Edith, Amy and Laura. And,
All in Kells?
on the county panel, and go to Eureka as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a strong team over there as well.
Very good. And the other 5 then that are on the county team are in Virginia, are they?
Some in Oldcastle School as well.
Some in Oldcastle.
Yeah.
Wow, it's good spread then. So,
Yeah.
in Virginia, who does the coaching?
Jean McGowan.
Jean McGowan. Very good. A local.
No, she's from Donegal.
She's from Donegal. Oh, very good. Very good. And then back to the club football, you're playing with the seniors
Yeah,
and minors.
yeah.
Okay. So how do you fit in all that? Is it difficult?
Yeah, it is.
Do our club managers, like with lads, it's all about people talking about burnout and managers communicating with each other to make sure that the elite athletes aren't getting burned out. Is that going on currently with you?
Yeah, definitely. They're very understanding. Like they wouldn't push us, and if we ever said we would niggling injury, I think they wouldn't make us train or anything. They're very good like that.
Okay, so there's good communication between club and county.
Yeah, it's not too bad at times, you know what I mean? But then I suppose we've seen it from both sides. Of course you want your club to do well if you're training the club, don't leave it to county, they don't matter, that anyway, so. But it's it would be hard on girls to, like me, you've said you're training, 6 of the 7 nights a week or 6 of the 7 days a week, that kind of way, so it's very hard, And then maybe if they're playing a bit of basketball or something else as well, and school sports and rugby and everything.
Can't forget the rugby. It's very competitive now. There's so much sport available for youngsters that wasn't there when I was growing up. You literally had one choice, and I'm sure around Crushalloch growing up, and I know you're in Gaels, Mary, but what club would that? Castlerahan in, so yeah, so again it wouldn't be known for many other sports.
No, not really, no.
But it's all changed now, like it's very competitive.
Yeah, there's soccer, it's really starting to lift off in Blythe and stuff now as well, and then there's a camogie team then down in Den, and
That's right.
basketball seems to be a big sport now amongst this age group too, and we have some of our players play rugby as well with Virginia, so there's lots of options out there, so I suppose it's hard to make a choice if you like playing all sports, but it's tough on the body though, no matter what age you are. So
they'll constantly be at, but the girls who obviously are on the county minor panel have made their decision, because you don't get to that level of commitment and to the highest level in Ulster without putting in the effort for one sport only. I suppose at 16 you get to the point that you have to maybe make a decision, but we're all very glad in Cavan that you've made the right decision, as we always call it. So the Ulster Minor A Championship final is this coming Saturday. It's Cavan v Tyrone. It's in Maheracloon at I think it's 3 o'clock, so that's the 16th of May. Do you know much about Tyrone?
we know a little bit about them. There's about 10 or 12 players similar to ourselves from last year's team still involved.
You played them in the final as well last year.
Yeah, we did, yeah. We bet them by, I think it was 8 points, 8 points or something in the end. But they have another 10 or 12 then that have come in from an under-16 panel last year. The Cavan under-16 girls bet Tyrone in the under-16A championship final last year. So, they're going to be strong, they're definitely going to be a strong team. So But I think we've definitely got enough in our team to beat them, so I'd be pretty confident we will.
Yeah, you know each other fairly well, obviously playing on the 16 final and minor final last year, so it's pretty much an amalgamation of those two panels. There shouldn't be any ghosts in the closet to surprise either side.
No. Tyrone have brought in a couple of new players, and but we know who they are, let's say, and we know what we're doing, so
it's I suppose the confidence that can come from the amount of hard work these have put in can't be beaten. You know, it really is. You mentioned it earlier on. It was back in October that this journey started. So he is obviously have a lot of work done. Just briefly, when I have you in, the Cavan under 16s then are playing before you, is a double header.
That's a double header, yeah. They're playing Derry in the under 16B final, so hopefully there'll be a good crowd to support both teams on the day.
Yeah, should be a great afternoon in Maharatloon. I've never been in the pitch in Maharatloon. No. Okay. Well, then we're all flying blind, but hopefully the under 16 ladies do well. I think their manager is Francis Clark, is it? And Desi Cahill, so in capable hands anyway, and hopefully they can pick up another title for the Cavan ladies. We just have a few things to go through before the end of the show, so if you can bear with me, I might bring these in every now and again. But the Cavan GA are hosting a pre-championship open evening next Friday night, the 15th of May at 7 p.m. Well, it's from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Kingspan Breffni Park's 3G pitch. It's an ideal opportunity for people to come along and meet their heroes. The Cavan senior football men's team will be there on the 3G pitch and there to sign autographs. There will be fun games, photographs, and there'll actually be county players from the ladies, the men and the hurling teams in attendance. So wear your club or your county jersey, and there's a few surprises in store as well, I'm told. We mentioned already about the opening of the Dolan Park last night. It's our Cavan taking on Mead. That game finished up with Cavan scoring 2 goals and 14 points and Mead scoring 8 points. The two Ramor girls, Lorgan girls, were at this game. What impressed you about the Cavan team? Or did you get to watch much of it? Maybe you were helping out at stalls or something, were you?
The two Ramor boys did very well. Jack Brady scored 1-4, was it?
Yeah.
4 points.
4 points.
Yeah.
And then James Macro, I think, was captain of the team, so two of them did very well.
Yeah, both excellent.
Yeah.
And it was good to see Jack Brady as a corner forward and staying inside again.
Yeah.
Well, for me anyway.
Yeah.
I thought he was lethal. I thought he had an exceptionally good game because he took on his man every time, which, going reeling back the years to when he was his first year on the 21, he was brilliant. That's what he done best, and it was good to see him back at that again, so hopefully he can continue that form going into the Monaghan game. Martin Riley, for those who weren't at the game, finished up with a tally of 6 points. Probably the big talking point was Michael Argy getting 2 goals from the square.
Yeah.
It was 2 long balls into the square. Grode McKiernan claims he was passing the ball, but I have my suspicions that it was a shot. But he'd be a handful to watch, Michael Argy, wouldn't he? Big imposing man. Different style of full forward than you do.
Yeah, definitely.
You're a whole lot quicker than he is. Niall Murray also, I thought, had a very good game with wing half back from Cavan Gales. What did you think? Am I on my own?
Did he go up and score a point as well?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he got up the field as well. Yeah, he I thought he had an excellent game. But then I suppose you were delighted with the weekend as a whole because you went and beat Cavan Gales the night before in the Breffni League.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is another big win. So Ramers on the march all over. So they are. But so that brings the Cavan's preparations for the Monaghan game to a close. So they'll be behind closed doors from now on, except for, as we say, this coming Friday night where there's a meet and greet with all your heroes. As everybody is aware, the Ulster Championship quarter-final takes place in Kingspan Breffni Park on the 24th of May. It's Cavan against Monaghan. Throw-in for the minor game is at 12:15 p.m. and for the senior game it's at 2 p.m. We want people to be aware, the County Board have asked us to let people know that supporters can save 33% on the Ulster Championship tickets by purchasing in advance, and that student and senior citizen discounts are only available through clubs and through the County Board. So the advanced price tickets are for the stand in Kingspan Breffni Park. Adults are €25, senior citizens and students are €15, again only available in advance, and the juvenile tickets are €5. For the terrace, the adults are €15, students and senior citizens are €10, and again only available from the county boards or from Kingspan Breffni Park, and the juveniles are free into the terrace. Or if you buy the tickets on the day, the prices are €30 for the stand, the juveniles are €7 and the senior citizens are €18, or for the terrace it's €18, €15 for students and senior citizens, and juveniles are free into the stand. So the message is, get out, buy your ticket early, you get a big discount by doing so, and you also guarantee your ticket because they do expect it to sell out. So tickets are available from club secretaries or from the offices in Kingspan Breffni Park, or online at www.gaa.tickets.ie. That's www.gaa.tickets.ie. Or for further information, you can ring the office in Kingspan Breffni Park on 049 43 610 32. That's 049 43 610 32, or get in contact with your club secretary. We're not going to bring you the results from the Breffni League this week because Mickey is away. He's got a football match with his club up in Simonstown. So if you want to get the Breffni League results, go on to www.cavangaa.ie and go into the fixtures and results section. You can see all the results, but on next week's show we'll bring you all of the results from the next round of the Breffni League, which is this coming weekend. Quick reminder that the Den GA Legends tournament takes place on the 20th and the 27th of June in Crosskeys. The draw for the competition will take place on Saturday the 23rd of May, live here on CavanTV.com. If you'd like to come in and join us in the Cavan Crystal Hotel, we'd be delighted to see you, but we'll have more details on next week's show about that. Jerry, I suppose you'd be playing in that Legends tournament. Crystal have a team?
Yes, coach would have, yeah.
Will you tug out?
I doubt it.
No?
I'm tugging out days, I'll finish it out.
Just that's the whole idea of the competition, is that you're hardly that old, Jerry.
When I was thinking of that old age pension was passed in the Kingspan Breffni Park, I said that'd suit me down to the ground. So
Not just yet.
not just yet.
But it's a great idea.
It's a great idea, yeah.
Getting people back involved.
Yeah.
I suppose, Mary, would there be a dropout like the same way as there is in men when they come to 30 to just quit playing football? With the ladies scene, is it something similar?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm still playing a bit myself, and I'm the old dog in the team, as they say. But most of the other girls are in their mid 20s, early 20s, and younger. So there's a small few of us left, heading well over the 30 mark now. So, but there is a drop off, definitely. Yeah. So
it's something that maybe could be in a few years' time done for ladies football as well.
Yeah, would be a good idea, yeah.
Just to bring back participation, because I suppose that's what it's all about, really, isn't it? Yeah, so anyway, look, that brings us to the end of this week's show. It was a nice, short, sweet one. It was very, it's a terror. Mickey got really intimidated that there was 5 women coming in, and he just didn't want to be part of it. He said, exactly, he couldn't handle the pressure. That's what I'm going to slag him about anyway. But as I say, remember, if you want to get in contact with the show, we'd be delighted to hear from you. You can email us on GaelicFootballViews@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook by searching Gaelic Football Views, or you can follow us on Twitter at GaelicFV. I want to thank Jerry, Mary, unfortunately Michaela couldn't make it in, but wish her good luck as captain, Niamh, Sarah and Catherine, all for coming in, and we want to wish the under 16s as well as the minors the very best of luck this coming Saturday. As we say, Maher Clune, get up, support the girls. First game under 16, Ulster B final is at 1:15. 1:15,
yeah,
am I right?
Yeah.
And the minor A final is on then at 3 o'clock. So very best of luck. Of course, I want to thank the backroom team of Paul Cox and Seamus, the man in there, Seamus Quinn from the country show here on Cavan TV. Thanks very much for all your help and preparation. I hope it ran as smoothly as when the man Brian Daly is usually there. But so that brings us to the very end of the show. Until next week, it's good night and God bless.